Hello everyone, this is Crota coming at you, giving you a game between Gosu Rhythm versus Melancholy here on Antigua Shipyard. This is going to be a Protoss versus Protoss mirror match, and one of the reasons why I jumped all over this series was because I'm going to be casting at the SoCal Esports LAN event at Howie's Game Shack in Mission Viejo this Sunday. So one of the local fan favorites or local favorites to win the tournament is going to be Gosu Rhythm. He has represented its Gosu for quite some time, and he always brings some very interesting strategies into the mix. I believe Gosu Rhythm, also known as Bubbles in the series, or also known as Bubbles, he has these really interesting strategies, high pressure, some can call it even cheese. And when I saw this, I want to just get educated on what Rhythm's been doing as of late, and I really wanted to see this game. Now this is a Protoss versus a Protoss mirror match, and I'm already surprised that Rhythm opted to go for a very early scout. Normally a lot of the times Protoss players opt to scout after the gateway, not after the pylon. This probe will be very early, and because this is forced cross spawns, there really was no reason for Rhythm to get inside this base as of yet. This probe is doing a little bit of harassment, now gonna back away, perhaps trying to get some damage, and it may actually deal some damage to that one probe over there. No, actually taking some damage of his own and being forced to do a little bit of retreating. We are going to see a forge first now coming in from Rhythm. So Rhythm now also setting up a pylon here, and is he going to be able to? Yes, he does set up two pylons, and this is a rather interesting play coming in. You can see that the probes are going after one of the pylons already. Can a photon cannon be established? That is the question. Will he be able to warp in a cannon? Yes, and he pushes his way out. One pylon now down. This is exactly what I wanted to see. This little cannon rush here, and all he needs to do is another pylon up on the high ground, and this is really going to throw off Melancholy. You can see that the photon cannon is about halfway completed. Will the probes be able to finish this off? As where is that probe inside the base? Is the probe still around? No, it is not. This photon cannon needs about another 5 seconds to complete, and I do not believe Rhythm will finish it. So some very nice play coming in from Melancholy, handling this very well. And now you see instead a photon cannon coming in on the back door. However, Melancholy, suspecting this, already comes down here and he sees the photon cannon as well. Will a zealot come in around the other side is the key question, as now we see that the probe is coming in along the main base, but we now see a double gas steal against Rhythm as well. So this game is not your typical game by any stretch of the imagination. This one photon cannon, however, may not be able to protect this photon cannon here. That may be bad news, as we'll see what Melancholy figures out. He does know that there are photon cannons down over here. Is he going to make his way down, as we are now going into a cybernetics core, and a probe now tries to make its way in? It almost looked like a Melancholy doesn't know about this photon cannon here. This photon cannon will be completed. Here is another pylon, and with one photon cannon already up, this is really bad news. The zealot now being forced to pull away. This zealot taking some actual damage as well. And what is going to happen? Rhythm, with two probes inside the base, is just going to stair step these photon cannons inside here. Melancholy in a little bit of trouble. I believe he can actually take down this photon cannon, as it might be just outside of range. Yes, it is just outside of range here. Most likely Rhythm will be forced to cancel that one, and some damage was dealt. A new photon cannon coming in, doing another cancellation here. A photon cannon perhaps should be added here instead, as we now see pylons are just slowly making their way in. Stalker now trying to come in as well. The Stalker is going to be able to take down one of the photon cannons. A second photon cannon now coming in. Two more photon cannons coming in as well. One zealot does get taken down. The Stalker going up. The probe tries to take down the Stalker. The photon cannon instead goes after the units. The Stalker does survive ever so barely, and now we see that there is a lot more photon cannons coming in. One zealot will go down. The Stalker may get taken down as well. Yes, the Stalker goes down. And now the probes are trying to battle it up here. The photon cannon here may get taken down as well. This photon cannon already at 5 kills, going for 7. Will it get up to 8 is the key question. And now double photon cannons on the ramp or inside the base, as Melancholy forced to retreat. All right, what is Melancholy going to do now? He is in a dangerous situation. He is now expanding behind this, and he's going to try to take a different location. He needs to get a robotics facility for Immortals, as you now see Chrono Boost on the Nexus in order to get those units out. Warp Gate Tech, about 3/4 of the way completed. One of the assimilators have been taken down, and it looks like it was taken down by the Photon Cannon here, as a Nexus now coming in from Rhythm. Harvester count is 29 to 15, so Rhythm definitely has the advantage there. This one Nexus still taking a lot of damage, some long distance mining coming in as well, and this is looking so far all right for Melancholy, as Melancholy is at 16 probes compared to 30, but I believe he is further along in the tech route as the probes now make their way down here. The probes, however, need about another 30 seconds without mining. That is definitely going to hurt. All the probes they can really do is just hold those minerals in their mouths and simply lie and wait. We'll see what's going to be happening next. All of these pylons here, I think what can happen is with the range of 6, you can actually shoot at this one pylon and be out of range here. So range of 7, range of 6, I believe a Stalker right here should be able to take down this pylon. And there are 2 Stalkers currently in play. The Photon Cannons on the front door of Rhythm is going to make it very difficult for the Stalkers to do any sort of run by. There's this one pylon here. It can be taken down with Stalkers up on the high ground here. So there's only 2 pylons really powering all of this, and that could be the issue. Melancholy now just trying to get back into this game. He is sitting at 18 probes compared to 34. Perhaps expanding once more would be a little bit of help. Stalkers do exactly that. Gonna take down this pylon here. After this pylon goes down, this Photon Cannon may go down as well. We are going into more gateways by Rhythm. 3 additional gateways being added. There's that one pylon getting taken down. This Photon Cannon is most likely next, and now perhaps this building as well. We'll see what's going to be happening here. The Stalkers just wandering around. They should really just be trying to clean up a lot of these cannons and eventually those pylons, as you want at least some way to defend your main base. The Stalker now coming around the backside. Will it have enough room? I believe the range of 7 is just enough. Oh, no, that's Melancholy. No, needs to back away. Yes, sitting right there. Just perfect range. Taking down that pylon without taking any true damage whatsoever. All of these Photon Cannons will be lost. The total losses will be higher for Melancholy, but after these pylons and Photon Cannons go down, the losses should be even. The problem is that Rhythm still has a very nice Harvester advantage, and now Rhythm going to follow this up with a very, very large number of gateways, perhaps even upgrading them into warp gates. This pylon will go down here. Down it goes, and now all of these Photon Cannons are unpowered. It will get cleaned up, but is it going to be enough? Army size is pretty even right now. Melancholy will have the defender's advantage. Perhaps trying to get up another Nexus here. You can see that Stalkers are in position to now make their way forward. This is the last Photon Cannon, as Melancholy is behind by about 35 supply, 17 Harvesters. Warp Gate Tech has been completed. A Zealot now trying to warp in. Is it going to be enough? The Stalkers are going to try to engage. That Zealot did absorb a perfect amount of damage, and now backing off. One Zealot down over here could get taken down, and Rhythm going to lose a Zealot pretty needlessly, and now taking some damage on another Zealot once more. Who's going to come out? There's some force fields. A little pop shot there on Melancholy, and we'll see who's going to engage. Melancholy now with a smaller army by far. Stalkers, sentries trying to warp in, but I believe Melancholy will be forced to GG, as there's simply too many units coming in from Rhythm, and Rhythm following up this cheese very, very nicely, dealing a lot of damage. Sentries and Stalkers, the probes trying to come off the mineral line, unable to do so. Stalkers are now just dealing more and more damage to the Stalkers here. More reinforcements coming in, and there is the GG from Melancholy. Rhythm takes game 1 in this series, and Rhythm living up to my expectations, coming in with, yes, a cannon rush here on Antigua Shipyard. So we'll see what's going to happen in game 2. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for game 2 to see whether or not Melancholy will be able to take a game off of Rhythm.